Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode, oh gosh, what is it, 455? Crazy. We're getting up there. We're getting closer to 500. So amazing. If you're joining me live, please say hello. I'll wait a few minutes before starting for people to pop over from the pre-chat room and from getting notifications and however else people join in the morning. Good morning, Christy. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Christine. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Chantel and Carol and Diane and Joe. Good morning, everybody. I can't recognize your name in Chinese because I don't read it, but hello and thanks for joining. Hi, Judy and Grace and B Girl and Nikki. Hi, Rose. Hi, Jane and Melissa. So I brought out my travel mug this morning. I have new travel mugs from my Redbubble shop with my beautiful purple and gold sunset photo on it. And this morning I'm drinking ginger green tea with some fresh ginger chopped up in it and some fresh lime. It is very zingy and delicious. Sorry, Korean. I don't recognize the language. I don't recognize the letters. I'm so sorry about that. Hi from Kokomo. Hi, Enid. Thanks for joining live, everybody. And thanks for correcting me about being Korean. I appreciate it. Ooh, that's hot. So I have not made as much progress as I would have liked to have on my blanket, but I am trying. Yes, Joe, it's delicious. It's so good. Hi, Grace. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining live, everybody. I am so anxious to finish this blanket now because I have other projects that I want to work on. Do you ever get that way? Who else gets excited to finish one so you can start another one? Oh, thanks, Pamela. This is another dress from my Amazon shop. Some of them are faux wrap dresses, and this one is a true wrap dress. You literally wrap this one around and tie it. And I love it. It comes in a couple of different kinds of polka dot fabrics, and then it comes in a couple of solids, not many, but this is the navy and white polka dot, and it's just a real stretchy and comfortable fabric that does not wrinkle, so it would be fantastic for travel. It's a little on the short side, but keep in mind that I am 5'9", and this is a size large, so if you're shorter than me, it wouldn't be as short on you. And it's not so short that I'm uncomfortable in it. And like I said, it's a true wrap dress, which is just my favorite thing in the world to wear. It reminds me of wearing a robe, and robes are my favorite thing to wear in the house. I don't know if you know that. So a wrap dress is the closest thing to leaving the house in my robe. Oh gosh, that's hot. And they're just so incredibly flattering on. So, and this one's right around $20. It does not cost a lot of money. They had a red one with black polka dots, I think a red with white polka dots, the navy and white polka dots, black with white polka dots, white with black polka dots. Then they think they had a wine red color. And I think that might be it right now. So that's why I only have one. If they had lots of colors, I probably would have bought lots of them by now. I love this dress. I love the way it feels on, and I like the way it looks on too. So back to my question, who else gets anxious to finish a project so they can start another project? And I'll go over some of my tips and tricks on the blanket this morning that I went over last night in case you missed. Let's see, Grace, Lisa, Christy, Pamela, Lynn, yes, lots of people. So I want to show, oh shoot, I was going to bring you some of the projects that I've used this technique on to the podcast this morning, and I forgot to. Oh well. Well, I guess we better do our introduction though. We've started talking instead. So welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 455, and we are live in Southwest Florida. And if you're joining live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello. And yes, the first question that I've asked everybody today is, who gets excited about busting out and finishing a project so they can start a new one. I know I do, and I'm so anxious to finish this one because I got stuff I'm really excited to start on right now, and I'll show you one of them in a minute. Hi Amu, hi Elle, hi Lydia, hi Jane, hi Bestie, Joyce. I'm so glad to see other people feel the same way I do. So yeah, this edging is more time consuming than I originally anticipated. I don't regret making it this long though, because I do think it's going to make a really beautiful finished project because of the length and size of the edging. But now that my Redbubble scarf arrived the other day, and I'll show it to you in a minute, I'm pretty darn excited to turn it into a sarong with some crochet straps on it. So, well, hello, Becker. Did you want to say hi? Are you wanting to say hi? Okay, so one of the things that I talked about last night in the podcast was something that we've talked about before in tapestry crochet projects, and that is how to turn your work so that your yarn does not get tangled up in your project when you're doing a perpendicular edged project. And so what I suggest you do is alternate which way you turn the project every other row so that you don't end up wrapping the yarn around. So what'll happen is, because you're working the edging back and forth and the blankets here, you've got a big body of work that you're turning every row, but you're only turning part, you're only using part of it, but you're turning the whole thing. So if you end up turning it in the same direction every row, you'll end up getting your working yarn wrapped around the project and make a mess, and it's something you'll have to end up stopping to unravel. So what I suggest is picking a direction, and at the end of this row, turning it this way, then at the end of this row, turning it this way. And if you can alternate which direction you turn it in, then your working yarn won't get tangled around the body of your work. Otherwise, it can be a pain in the butt. Not as bad as tangling yarns when you're doing two color projects, but it's right up there. And it's something that if once it tangles enough, you truly will have to stop, because it will squeeze everything together and you won't have a straight edge like this to work from. Hi Janet, I'm sure I missed some questions while I'm talking. If your question's important, please save it for the recorded version of the podcast. The live stream gets converted into a recorded video shortly after we finish the podcast, and that's where I can see your questions more permanently. Hi Janet. Ooh, sun's out. Also last night I suggested a few different ways to do an edging like this. Well, good morning, Bjorn. Hi, baby. Did you want to say hi too? Did you want to say hi? I was suggesting that not only could you do half double crochet through the back loop, only like on here, but you could change the height of the stitches to make different types of ribbed edging. No, you can't rub your face on the tripod. Come here. All right, looks like we've got a visitor already this morning. Hi. You can't rub your face on the tripod. People think we have an earthquake when you do that. It scares everybody who watches. Yeah. Oh boy, we've got a sucky baby already today. Maybe. So anyway, what I was saying is, this is the medium width, or the medium length of ribbings, and that's doing half double crochet every row. You could do white double crochet every row, you could do, what did I say, single crochet every row, or you could alternate rows of single crochet and half double crochet for different types of textures. And you could even go into the taller stitches like double crochet or treble crochet, and although working all of those through the back loop, you will get some texture. The shorter the stitches, the more of this loft you're gonna get. And when I say loft, I mean you have the peaks and peaks and valleys of a ribbed stitch pattern. So when you go to the shorter stitches like single crochet, you'll have more loft, more density. So like if you're making the brim on a hat and you want to keep your ears nice and cozy, single crochet through the back loop only would be a fantastic edging for that. If you're doing the cuffs on mittens or gloves, also would be a great dense texture for that. Then alternating rows of single and half double crochet will give you a reversible look. You'll see it differently on both sides of the project, and it'll give you more loft than this, but less than just single crochet. And then I think the most traditional, and outside of the brim of hats, the most traditional for all the other types of projects like blanket edgings, shawl edgings, and things like that would be the half double crochet through the back loop on every row. Also, ways to change it up would be manipulating your gauge, whether you use a larger hook or smaller hook, and how many rows you join to your existing work. So I'm doing 4 rows per every chain 3 space. If I wanted to make this more ruffly, I could put 6 in there. How do you initially start the edging? That's a great question. So initially when you start the edging, it's very simple. You just make a chain from wherever you ended. So this is where I ended my last row on the blanket. So I wanted to do 18 stitches for my edging. So I chained 19. The first 2 chains count as my first chain 2 space, and then half double crochet in the remaining chain 2 spaces. So we did chain 19, skip 2 chains, half double crochet, half double crochet, half double crochet into each of the next 17 stitches. So your chain 2 counts as 1, plus your 17 half double crochets gives you a total of 18 stitches, and then you slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Does that make sense? I'll wait a second before continuing on because that is a really good question. I see a thumbs up. So yeah, so it's super easy to begin this. You just figure out how wide you want your edging to be and just chain it. Now, could you do this in foundation stitches instead? Sure. Could you do it in foundation ovals even? Sure. But I find that it's something that's pretty simple and easy to do just with chain. Good. Joe's glad I explained it too. Yeah, it's kind of mysterious, right? It's mysterious. Yep, this is the same edging on the Jillian. That's right. And I also did this edging on one of the washcloths in 80 Handmade Gifts, one of the circular ones, and I've also done it on hats in the past as well. I did a beautiful hat. I think, was that one? No, that one didn't have it. I don't know. I've done it on hats too. I've done it on the edging of a triangular shawl as well. Now on the triangular shawl, I added more rows to the finished edge to make it ruffled. So right now I'm trying to keep this mostly straight, not too ruffled. So I'm doing 4 rows and 2 rows slip stitch, 2 rows slip stitch into each chain 3 space. If I wanted this ruffled, I would do more than that. Also, if you were needing to turn a corner, like on the shawl that I did before, I forget what company I did it for. It wasn't a pattern on my website, but I did a top-down triangular shawl, did a couple extra increases on the sides, so meaning joined a couple more rows with a slip stitch before moving on, and then down here did extra concentrated increases, so 2 rows slip stitch, 2 rows slip stitch, 2 rows slip stitch. I did that at least 3 or 4 times down the triangle here to turn the corner. You need extra increases in order to turn a corner with a flat work. Does that make sense? Hard to explain without a sample. I don't have it. I would like to make a shawl like that to show you though. So it is on the list. Okay, side conversation. So I don't need to follow up on that because I have no idea what's going on with that. So I did want to show you what I'm anxious to begin as soon as I finish the blanket. So you can see I'm almost halfway now, almost halfway. Hopefully I will make the time to finish it this weekend. And what I'm really anxious to start is, so I was showing you my Redbubble Purple Sunset travel mug this morning, where I'm drinking homemade green tea with ginger and lime in it. But the Redbubble scarf that I bought in that same print, whoa, I'm falling all over myself. This one, I'm dying to turn this into a beach sarong. So 55 inches square may work for some of the more petite ladies that join us in the morning or in the evening. But for someone my size, these ties are not long enough to go up around my neck. I could tie it like this, and I've done that with other Redbubble scarves. I've tied them like this and worn it as a beach sarong over my bathing suit this way, which is cute. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I really want it to be long enough to wrap in front of my chest and tie behind my neck. So in order to do this style, and how cute is that going to be over a bathing suit, to wear a sunset photograph on it. I'm so excited. So what I'm going to do is add ties with yarn and a crochet hook. I'm going to add ties to these two corners and then add beaded fringe to the end of those ties. So I'm probably going to do foundation ovals for the ties, and then with a beading needle and beads do some beaded fringe on the bottom of that. So I'm very anxious to start this, and it's going to be a quick project, and I'm going to be able to use it all the time. And I'll make a short video to go along with the tutorial because I think you're gonna love it too. And obviously you could put it on any piece of fabric, but I'm really excited to do it on my sunset one. Thanks, Lisa. I've been wanting to do this to a Redbubble scarf probably as long as I've owned Redbubble scarves. But if you want to do other projects, I have lots of other projects available as patterns for converting these Redbubble scarves into a Ruana and into a cocoon shrug. Those are both patterns, but with crochet on edging, and those are both patterns in 80 handmade gifts. Those are both patterns in Layers crochet book, and there are several other patterns that I've done where you could just put an edging around the whole thing. I mean, all sorts of fun ways to dress up one of these scarves with crochet or with knitting. If you look at 80 handmade gifts, I show you how to crochet on edging and also how to knit on edging, and those are both done on bandanas for gift items, but you could apply both of those patterns to the Redbubble scarf too. So you could definitely do that with knitted edging as well. And then just add I-cords at the corners. I think someone else said they're tall and would like, hi Lukey and Laura, and would like to know how to convert this. Sure, no problem. Ooh, it's hot. Yeah, the shrug's great. You can find it in my book, Layers Crochet. There's a shrug and Ruana done both with Redbubble scarves, both super beautiful. Does anybody have any other questions about that? And then I brought the blanket again this morning because it didn't work out very well to show this on camera last night because it was so windy at the beach. So I thought so Redbubble now does fleece blankets as well. This is definitely kitty approved, by the way. The kitties love the fleece blanket. Oh, but now the chair's in the way. So here's the sunset on a fleece blanket. And now that I've shown it a few times, I will be putting it back on my bed where I love seeing it. So my bedroom's all white, so the colorful sunset as a throw is very beautiful on the edge of my bed. Oh, that reminds me, last night we also talked about a new giveaway that I'm doing for the month of August. And that giveaway is on my website, so if you want to join and make some entries, you can. And what I'm giving away this month is some products from my Redbubble shop, along with the brand new Create, Share, Inspire notebook, Volume 1, Issue 6. So I'm giving away a matching tote bag with the notebook, along with a matching travel mug. So it's a great gift for a crafter or anybody else. So if you want to share the contest with your friends, it'd be great to share with anybody who wants a really fun gift. I mean, creative writing and gratitude writing and journaling is good for everybody, not just knitters and crocheters. So this is something that's actually pretty open up to most people. And there's a retail value of $55 on this bundle. And you can go and enter the contest on my blog. If you go to the front page of my blog, it's the most recent blog post. Or if you're on my mailing list already, you got an email about it yesterday. So, and if you just want to order the products, you don't want to wait because the contest is going to be for the whole month. The travel mug is $25 on my Redbubble shop. The tote bag, this is the 13-inch square tote bag. It comes in 2 other sizes as well. This is 13 by 13. There's also a 15 by 15 and an 18 by 18. This one is $20, the smallest size. And then you can find the Create, Share, Inspire Notebook, Volume 1, Issue 6 on my website, or you can find it on Amazon all over the world in all of the prime markets. So wherever you shop at Amazon, you can find that too. But it makes a beautiful gift set. And good luck. Does anybody have any other questions? What's the best knot to use to join the next color in a project? There are people that have all sorts of varying opinions on this. Some people say you should never knot anything and you should weave in your ends instead of knotting them. Some is the bag. Nope, the bag is not on Amazon. Nope, the bag and the travel mug are only on Redbubble. It's a website that converts my artwork to products, and they do all of that there. So as far as the knots go, there really are no wrong knots when you're joining yarn. A square knot is what I use, but some people would tell you no knots at all, that you should be weaving in your ends as you go. Weaving in ends, Laura says weaving in ends did not work for her high pressured washer. Well, the more securely you weave in your ends, the less likely they are to come back out. It depends on how long you wove in your ends. You really do need to weave them in at least 3 different directions and for at least 4 or 5 inches. If you did that and they still unraveled, then I would suggest using a laundry bag as well. And you can find them for sale on my website, and I sell really big ones. So you could put a blanket in there, you could put sweaters in there. It's not just for a small item. So I would suggest putting your handmaids in there. That will help them to not get so agitated in the washer as well. Oh yeah, the Redbubble does leggings too. Those are so fun. Yes, the picket fence in Be So Brave yarn is dyeable. Yes, it is. Christine loves my laundry bags. Wonderful. Christy says knot and weave. Yeah, I agree. I use a square knot and I weave in my ends, and that's how I like to join a second ball of yarn. Hey, baby Bjorn. You gonna be good now? No more rubbing your face on the tripod? I appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. I believe Redbubble ships to Europe. Yes, I do believe they do. You can find a link to my Redbubble shop in the video description below. They have all sorts of cool products. You're welcome, Dee. Lydia learned a new stitch yesterday. That's exciting. Very good. I think it's gonna storm here soon. It feels like it. It's getting dark too. Just another summer day in Florida. I was telling somebody yesterday that on any given day that we can get stormed out at the morning podcast, and we can get stormed out in the evening podcast. It's just crazy. Storms are so frequent in Florida in the summertime. They're fun until you are planning to do something outside, right? Christine used my foundation ovals on her new project she's making. That's wonderful. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, I have 80 handmade gifts with me. I can show you the washcloth that I was talking about that uses the half double crochet through the back loop, join perpendicular edging that we're using on the baby blanket. Let me find that real quick. Oh, and here's the edging. Here's the knit-on edging on a bandana that I think that you could easily apply to a Redbubble scarf if you wanted to decorate a scarf with a knit edging instead of crochet. And then I'll show you that in the crochet chapter as well. Here's the Nicole washcloth is the one that uses the half double crochet through the back loop edging. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that. Not as great as bringing the sample with me, but better than nothing. And then here's the crochet on edging on the bandana, which I think you could easily apply to the Redbubble scarf. So lots of projects in there that even coordinate with what we've talked about this morning. Okay, so if somebody would like to pick a number between 1 and 5, I will randomly pick a quote from one of the notebooks. So we have a number 2 from Carol. Ooh, this one's by Blaise Pascal. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. How true is that? Sometimes you never know when you can brighten up someone's day. You never know what someone's been going through before they had an interaction with you on any given day, at any given opportunity. It costs nothing to share a couple of kind words with somebody, and you could actually, you have the potential of impacting someone's life permanently from doing it. It's so powerful and so exciting that you have that kind of power with just how you choose your words. I find it to be so amazing that we have that kind of power because it's such a small thing and something that you could easily forget about, but it is powerful. So thank you, Blaise Pascal. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. I love that. So awesome. What a great reminder. No matter where you go or what you do today, you can apply that to your life, and you have the opportunity, not a guarantee, but you have the opportunity of changing someone's day by sharing a couple of kind words. I love that. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed my backyard. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of tips and tricks on the blanket and the show and tell about the giveaway. Don't forget to go sign up and add some entries to the giveaway to win the book and the tote bag and the travel mug. Share it with your friends so that they have an opportunity to win it as well. And then there's links for how to buy everything. If you don't want to wait for the giveaway, that's fine too. I know I get anxious as well. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.